1935. Lincoln Wheat Cent. The Lincoln Wheat penny was first introduced in 1909, the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It marked a dramatic departure from previous U.S. coinage for the first time. A real historical figure appeared on an American coin, designed by Victor David Brenner. The penny featured Lincoln's profile on the obverse, and two wheat stalks on the reverse, symbolizing prosperity and national strength. For over 50 years, this design would define America's 1-cent piece. The 1935 edition was struck during a time of slow recovery from the Great Depression, adding layers of economic and emotional significance to its legacy. Each era type adds rarity and uniqueness, and collectors aggressively hunt for them, especially in uncirculated condition. In 1935, the United States was still climbing out of the Great Depression. People weren't saving coins for collections, they were spending every cent to survive. The few mint state 1935 pennies that exist today likely came from sealed bank rolls or mint bags, untouched for decades. Most of those are already in collector hands or graded slabs, making fresh discoveries increasingly rare. That's why a 1935 penny in MS67 road condition with full red luster and no wear is not just rare, it's extraordinary. Here are just a few highlights from major coin sales. A 1935 MS67 road Lincoln Cent sold for $4,200 at Heritage Auctions. A 1935 MS67 road went for $3,800 due to near-perfect surfaces and blazing red color. 1935p with a double die obverse fetched over $2,500 in an Aracoin auction. The numbers tell the story. These coins are no longer just 1-cent pieces, they're historical assets. Rare 1935 wheat pennies can still be found if you know where to search. Old coin albums or jars, especially family collections, estate sales, and antique shops often overlooked by non-collectors. Coin roll hunts, unsearched wheat penny rolls from dealers or auctions, bank vault collections, retired rolls from long-forgotten storage. The key is condition. Even if you find a 1935 penny, its true value depends on how well it's been preserved. The 1935 Liberty Wheat penny is more than just copper and zinc. It's a piece of American struggle, hope, and recovery. A coin born in the aftermath of hardship. A tiny disc of metal that traveled through millions of hands, each with its own story. And for the lucky few who still hold it in high grade, it's also a ticket to thousands of dollars in collector value. So take a closer look the next time you handle an old penny. 2578 Liberty Nickel, the United States, in 1978 was shifting. Gasoline was rationed, inflation was rising, and coins, once made of silver and copper, were now struck from base metals to cut costs. Yet, the Jefferson Nickel, first introduced in 1938, still carried the same face, a reminder of stability in an uncertain time. That year, the U.S. Mint quietly struck hundreds of millions of 5-cent coins. Most would circulate for decades, but a small number were different. Some were near flawless, others bore mistakes, and those are the nickels that collectors now treasure. The 1978 Jefferson Nickel carried the same classic design used since 1938. The image of Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home. Alongside are the words E pluribus unum, United States of America, and 5 cents. This design had stood for 40 years by 1978 and would remain until 2003. The most valuable versions are those graded MS66 or higher with full steps designation on the Monticello building. This means every step on the reverse is fully visible and sharply struck, something that rarely happens due to worn dies and weak strikes. On the reverse side of the nickel, Monticello steps are a test of strike quality. To earn the full steps FS designation, a coin must show 5 or 6 clear, unbroken lines on the steps. Few coins meet this requirement. Most suffer from blurred or incomplete detail. 1978 Jefferson Nickel with full steps in MS67 condition has sold for over $2,500. If the coin design is shifted off-center, especially if the date is still visible, values range from $100 to $800. Depending on the percentage of misalignment, these nickels appear with a piece missing from the rim. As if bitten, they result from missed metal strips. A clear, well-centered clipped planchette can be worth $150 to $600. Raised bumps or breaks in the coin design caused by damaged dies, while less dramatic, they can still be worth $50 to $200 if prominent. These sales are real, and they're growing more common as collectors hunt overlooked modern gems. High grade or error nickels are found in surprising places. Coins like this reward curiosity. They show how even mass-produced currency can hold surprises. If you know what to look for, whether it's full, steps perfection, or a dramatic, mint error, the value is real. And for some lucky finders, it turns into cash in the thousands. One nickel, one date, and thousands of hidden possibilities. The 1978 Jefferson Nickel proves that not every valuable coin sparkles.